chosen one. If you're hearing this message on November 22nd, this is not a coincidence. Tonight's energy is unlike anything you've felt all month. A massive, final new moon shift that will test your mind, your spirit, and your destiny. Everything that has happened over the last 48 hours, every strange sign, every sudden emotional spike, every unexpected moment of silence has been preparing you for this night. Because tonight, the universe is placing the final test before the breakthrough. What you choose, who you trust, what energy you allow in, will decide which timeline opens for you. Breathe. The destiny shift is starting now. Chosen one. The very first sign of tonight's destiny shift is the energetic storm building inside and around you. You may have felt it long before the sun even set today. An inner pressure that felt like something was moving, shifting, rearranging itself in your spirit. It didn't match your physical reality. It didn't connect to anything logical, and yet it felt unmistakably real. This is because the new moon energy on November 22nd isn't just an astrological moment. It is a vibrational event, a frequency reset, and it's already flowing through your aura. What you're feeling is not chaos. It is alignment in disguise. When a massive spiritual shift approaches, your soul goes into preparation mode. Your senses sharpen. Your intuition becomes louder. Your emotions become more honest. Your energy field becomes more sensitive, and your awareness expands beyond the physical world. You begin feeling things before they happen. You begin knowing things without evidence. You begin sensing truth behind people's words and intentions. This is not imagination. It is activation. During these periods of spiritual upgrading, the real and the fake cannot hide. You can feel sincerity. You can feel dishonesty. You can sense who is aligned with your spirit and who is draining your energy. Even if nothing was said out loud, your soul knows instantly. You may have noticed random emotional spikes, irritation without reason, a sudden desire to be alone, pressure in your chest or back, a strange buzzing in your hands, heightened sensitivity to people's moods, overthinking triggered by no clear cause, feeling pulled away from certain people. These sensations occur because your vibration is rising, and higher frequencies expose everything that is not authentic. When your energy lifts, people who operate on lower vibrations react. Some become distant. Some become unusually emotional. Some try to reconnect suddenly. Some behave strangely or unpredictably. It is not personal, it is energetic. Your spirit is stepping forward, and the universe is removing anyone who cannot rise with you. Some people fall away quietly. Some pull back without explanation. Some show signs of jealousy, competition, or discomfort. Their energy no longer matches yours, and tonight's shift is widening that gap. And then, the internal storm begins. When a new timeline is about to open, your old timeline doesn't just disappear. It rises up, one last time, to test your strength. Old emotions resurface. Old stories come into your thoughts. Old fears whisper again. Old patterns tempt you to repeat them. These are not setbacks, they are confirmations. Your soul is clearing out old frequency residue so your spirit can step fully into the new chapter. Sudden, overwhelming tiredness. A burst of anxiety that came out of nowhere. Waves of deep calm right after emotional friction. Pressure around your heart or throat chakra. A warm, tingling sensation in your hands. A pulling, stretching, or expanding feeling in your chest. These are signs that your aura is expanding and recalibrating to a higher spiritual frequency. This storm is not meant to scare you. It is meant to prepare you. The universe tests your grounding before it blesses your path. Because a person who cannot hold their energy cannot hold their blessing. This storm arrives with a question, a silent spiritual question that only your actions can answer. Do you react from the old version of yourself or respond from the new one? This is where the test reveals itself. Do you react or do you rise? Do you repeat the pattern or do you close the cycle? Do you shrink or do you stand in your truth? Do you doubt or do you trust the shift? Do you let your triggers lead or your spirit lead? Tonight, the universe is checking something incredibly important. Something that determines the timeline you step into after this new moon. Is your spirit stronger than your triggers? Because tonight's shift isn't about the world outside of you. It is about the world inside you. The storm is not sent to break you. It is sent to reveal how powerful you've become. It is designed to show you your growth, your maturity, your emotional evolution, and your spiritual strength. You are not being punished. You are being activated. This energetic storm is your final spiritual purge before the blessing arrives, cleansing your aura, strengthening your intuition, sharpening your perception, and closing the final cracks in your old timeline. So if you're feeling all of this, if your emotions feel intense, if your energy feels heavy, then light, then heavy again. If your spirit feels like it's being stretched, congratulations, you are aligned for the next level. The storm is your confirmation. The discomfort is your proof. The intensity is your sign. Your breakthrough is closer than it has ever been. The second divine sign of tonight's destiny test is the sudden silence. The unexpected pause where everything around you feels still, slowed down, muted, almost otherworldly. It may feel like the world stopped moving, like a veil has fallen between you and everything that normally grabs your attention. But chosen one, this silence is not emptiness. It is the universe rearranging your path. Most people fear silence because they think it means something is wrong. Chosen ones feel silence and think something is missing, delayed, or slipping away. But tonight, silence is not loss. It is alignment. Silence is how the universe prepares you for revelation. Before a truth drops into your life, everything loud must be quieted. Before clarity appears, distractions must fall away. Before destiny shifts, your spirit must be still. This is why today and tonight may feel strangely quiet, even if the world around you is unchanged. You might notice that people who usually contact you suddenly go silent. Conversations that usually flow may feel slow or shallow. Environments that once felt normal may feel heavy or unwelcoming. And without realizing it, you begin withdrawing. Not because you're sad, not because you're confused, but because your soul is preparing for something your mind cannot see yet. What you're experiencing is spiritual isolation, not punishment, but elevation. During these final new moon hours, the universe shifts your energy inward so you can hear what external noise has been blocking. This is the moment where your spirit speaks louder than your emotions, louder than your fears, louder than your old habits. You might feel a sudden desire to avoid small talk, an urge to unplug from social media, a pull to dim the lights and sit in silence. Deep clarity that arrives without thinking, a strange sense of anticipation, intuition, whispering answers you didn't ask for. This heightened silence is a sacred space, a spiritual waiting room where the universe prepares your next chapter. When things get quiet, it means something big is forming. The silence reveals who is aligned with you, and who is energetically incompatible with your new frequency. Tonight, certain people may feel strangely distant, even if nothing happened. This isn't rejection, it is energetic redirection. Your spirit is pulling away from those who can't follow you into the next chapter. Tonight's new moon portal is separating what is temporary from what is destined. You may notice a relationship suddenly feels heavy. A familiar person no longer feels spiritually safe. A place that once felt comfortable now feels draining. A conversation that used to excite you now feels empty. A habit you once enjoyed suddenly feels meaningless. This is not random. The silence is exposing what the noise tried to hide. Your spirit is whispering, "This cannot continue with you. This is no longer aligned. This chapter is closing. This attachment has expired." And here lies tonight's true test, the final test before your breakthrough. Will you cling to the familiar, or will you trust the shift and release what your soul already let go of? Many chosen ones feel spiritual separation before physical separation. The energy disconnects before the relationship ends. The intuitive warning appears before the truth comes out. The distance is felt before the situation collapses. This is divine protection. Tonight, clarity will not come all at once. It will come in waves, in sudden flashes, in quiet realizations, in subtle shifts of awareness. You may find yourself reflecting on the past with new eyes, seeing what you ignored, noticing what you tolerated, understanding what your intuition tried to warn you about long ago. You may suddenly realize why certain relationships felt heavy, why certain people triggered your spirit, why certain doors never opened, why certain paths felt blocked, why your energy felt drained after specific interactions. This silence is where the universe finally allows you to see what you weren't ready to see before. It is the clearing of fog, the lifting of illusions, the quiet revelation before the transformation. The stillness is sacred alignment, a divine reset preparing you for the next timeline. This is the cosmic breath before the destiny shift crashes in. If you're in this silence tonight, if everything feels paused, slowed, quieted, take it as confirmation. Your breakthrough is not far. It is already forming. The silence is not the end. It is the beginning of the revelation. Chosen one, the third sign and the most intense part of this November 22nd new moon is the emotional reset. This is the moment where the universe reaches into the deepest part of your spirit, touches the layers you thought were fully healed, and brings them to the surface one last time. Not to break you, not to overwhelm you, but to confirm your transformation. Tonight's emotional shift is not random. It is spiritual surgery. You may feel emotions bubbling up from nowhere, a sudden heaviness, a rush of tears, a strange burst of courage, a wave of frustration, an unexpected memory, a feeling of something releasing from your chest, your throat, or your heart. This is the universe clearing residue, the last fragments of old timelines, old pain, old relationships, and old emotions that cannot travel with you into the next chapter. These emotional waves are not setbacks, they are upgrades. They are signals that your spirit is shedding its final layer before rising. Tonight's emotional stir may feel like a sudden wave of sadness that appears without reason, a random burst of strength that surprises you, a desire to cry even if nothing feels wrong, a memory from years ago returning vividly, a moment of anger, jealousy, or irritation, a pressure lifting from your chest or throat. These experiences can feel confusing, but they are signs that your subconscious is releasing trapped energy. Remember this truth: the soul always clears before it climbs. Every blessing requires space. Every new chapter requires emotional room. Every upgrade requires emotional detachment from old wounds. Before a new timeline opens, the universe always checks: are you reacting from your past or responding from your spirit? Are you choosing growth or choosing comfort? Are you truly healed or temporarily distracted? That is why tonight you may face a karmic moment, the final soul-level test. Someone might test your patience. A familiar temptation might reappear. A past connection might message you or enter your thoughts. An old trigger may rise in your body like a flash of heat. A distraction may show up to see if you will repeat an old cycle. This is not a coincidence. This is the karmic exam. If you choose peace instead of reaction, you pass. If you choose alignment over attachment, you pass. If you choose clarity over comfort, you pass. Tonight is not about what happens to you. It's about how you respond. The new moon is watching your emotional maturity, your spiritual resilience, your ability to stand in your truth even when your feelings rise like a storm. This emotional reset is cleansing more than your heart. It's cleansing your entire energy field. Your aura is expanding. Your intuition is sharpening. Your boundaries are forming. Your inner strength is rising. Your soul is preparing to step into a level of alignment you have never experienced before. You may also feel physical sensations as this shift takes place. Tingling or buzzing at the top of your head, pressure on your forehead or temples, tightness in your chest or throat, warm waves running up your spine, pulsing or heat in your hands, a vibration or humming sensation through your body. These sensations are signs of energetic movement, spiritual activation. Your higher self is stepping forward, and your old self is stepping back. This emotional shift tonight is not punishment, it's alignment. It is your spirit saying, you don't belong in the old anymore. You've outgrown what once hurt you. You're ready for the next level. You are not breaking down. You are breaking free. Tonight's emotional release is the final confirmation that you are ready for your new timeline. A destiny cannot rise in a heart still carrying yesterday's burdens. A blessing cannot land in hands still holding old pain. A new beginning cannot enter a soul still anchored to old wounds. So let the emotions come. Let the tears fall if they need to. Let the memories pass through. Let the tension rise and release. Let the storm move through your body. Do not fight it. Feel it. Do not suppress it. Allow it. Do not fear it. Embrace it. Because every emotion releasing tonight is a door closing behind you. And every breath you take after the release is a step into your new beginning. Your new chapter requires a lighter, freer, more awakened version of you. And that transformation is unfolding right now. Chosen one. The final sign of tonight's destiny test is the moment of activation, the sacred point where your soul stands between two realities and must decide which one you will live in. This is the moment where everything you have felt tonight, the storm, the silence, the emotional reset, comes together into a single choice. Will you rise or will you repeat? Tonight, your spirit stands at a crossroads. One path is familiar, predictable, comfortable, but stagnant. The other path is unknown, elevated, aligned, and divinely destined for you. And here's the truth most people don't realize. The biggest shifts don't arrive with fireworks. They appear quietly, in small decisions, subtle moments, inner whispers. Your final test tonight won't be loud. It won't come with warning. It won't show up with a sign that says, "This is the moment." It will come in a tiny, ordinary moment where your future self watches to see what choice you make. You may be presented with a text from someone you've already outgrown, a temptation to slip back into an old habit, a sudden negative thought, a familiar emotional trigger, a fear-based decision, a moment of irritation or impatience, a chance to repeat an old cycle, a door you know you should close but hesitate to. This is the moment of activation. This is when the universe watches closely, not to judge you, but to see which frequency you choose to align with. Tonight's new moon resets your energy based on your choices. Every decision is a signal. Every response is a vibration. Every moment is a message to the universe about who you are becoming. This activation is not external. It happens inside you, in your heart, when it whispers, "You know better now." In your intuition, when it nudges, "This path is not yours anymore." In your awareness, when it says, "You've grown past this." In your spirit, when it urges, "Choose differently this time." When you make the higher choice, even once, the universe responds instantly. Your vibration lifts, your aura brightens, your energy field expands, your intuition becomes razor sharp, your path begins to open. Synchronicities increase, opportunities shift, doors unlock. Because when you choose differently, your reality changes instantly. Tonight's energy is powerful. The veil between timelines is thin, your intuition is amplified, and the spiritual realm is observing your next move with incredible attention. This final activation is a merging, the meeting of your old identity and your future identity. Two versions of yourself in the same moment. One version is tired, wounded, doubtful, attached to past cycles. The other version is ready, healed, aligned, awakened, and destined for more. Which one will you honor tonight? This is why you've felt unfamiliar within yourself recently. Because you're not becoming someone different. You're remembering who you truly were before the world dimmed your light. Tonight isn't powerful because of the darkness of the sky. It's powerful because of the light awakening in your soul. The final destiny test asks one sacred question. Will you honor the version of yourself you've grown into, or will you retreat into the version you've already outgrown? This is not just about behavior. It's about frequency. It's about choosing courage over fear, intuition over ego, alignment over attachment, purpose over comfort, truth over illusion, evolution over repetition. Your future is not shaped by grand moments. It is shaped by the quiet, hidden decisions you make when no one is watching. Tonight, your future self is watching. Your destiny is listening. Your higher guides are observing your choices. Your next timeline is waiting for a signal. And here's the beauty. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have every answer. You don't need to be fearless. You don't need to act without emotion. You simply need to choose differently than you did before. One higher choice is enough to shift the trajectory of your entire life. Tonight's new moon is not just another reset. It is a rebirth, a spiritual awakening, a timeline realignment, a moment your soul has been preparing for all year. Everything shifts after tonight. Your relationships, your purpose, your mindset, your intuition, your opportunities, your spiritual gifts, your entire energetic signature. This is your turning point. Tonight, you step into the timeline where you finally honor what your soul has known all along. You were never meant for the ordinary path. You were meant for the higher one. Make the higher choice. Choose the higher timeline. Step into the life your spirit has been ready for. Because after tonight, nothing will be the same. Chosen one. Before you leave this message, pause for a moment and feel what is happening inside you. That warm pull in your chest, that quiet awareness in your mind, that deep sense that something is shifting. That is not imagination. That is alignment. Tonight's November 22nd. New moon is not just another celestial event. It is a spiritual threshold, a doorway only your soul can walk through. Everything you felt today, the intensity, the silence, the emotions, the clarity, has been the universe preparing you for this exact moment. You are not breaking apart. You are breaking open. This season is not meant to confuse you. It is meant to awaken you. It is meant to strip away what was holding you down, so your spirit can rise without resistance. Tonight's test is the final filter between who you were and who you are becoming. Your intuition is louder. Your awareness is sharper. Your energy is wiser. You are being guided, protected, and positioned for the next level of your life. So, take a breath, relax your shoulders, and trust that nothing happening right now is accidental. Your breakthrough is not far. It is already in motion. Your blessing is not forming, it is approaching. Your destiny is not waiting, it is opening before you. If this message spoke to your soul, comment below. I choose the higher timeline. Speak it with intention. Claim it with confidence. Step into it with courage. Your new beginning is here, and you are ready.